This is Cathy Engelbert's worst nightmare. It's her worst nightmare because so much of what people have said has come true about the interest of this league. It hinges on one person, whether they like it or not.
This could be the most bizarre event in WNBA history. Additionally, there were only 150 spectators in the arena, sponsors left, players threatened to quit, and a boycott for 2026 erupted because the league had just collapsed live on video. Adam Silver also got up when he noticed the empty chairs. He went directly to the WNBA commissioner and immediately fired Cathy Engelbert. This marked the end of the WNBA and the start of a fresh scandal. Click like and subscribe before we reveal all the league attempted to conceal, since this story is just going to grow darker. There was supposed to be a lot of excitement surrounding the Sky vs. Liberty game. It was meant to demonstrate the expansion of the WNBA. Instead, it appears to be the end of the world as the camera moves over the arena. Entire parts are lifeless. Entire rows are empty.
Now we have to wait an entire offseason, and we don't even know what's going to happen. There might be a lockout. There might not even be a 2026 season, guys. We might not see her until we don't know when we'll see Caitlin Clark play basketball again. That is what sucks. That is what sucks. It seems the owners and the players are far, far apart on an agreement as far as the new CBA. And we don't know when they'll make it back to the floor.
No noise, no crowd excitement, nothing. There weren't enough people to create sound, so you couldn't even hear echo. Online users wrote, "Is this a scrimmage? Fans, where are you? This is embarrassing." The worst aspect was that not all 150 of the attendees were fans. WNBA personnel made up a sizable portion, literally instructed to take seats in order to prevent it from appearing entirely lifeless on television. Adam Silver enters the arena. He stops moving and looks around. His face becomes icy. Anger only, no expression. The fans weren't the target of that rage. It was intended for Cathy. This didn't happen overnight. This took months to develop. Fans have had enough. Observing. Caitlin Clark was compromised. Caitlin did not whistle when she fouled. Benched are star players. The league's prejudice, forced storylines, manipulated narratives, faulty officiating, personal agendas, players punished for golf endorsements, and freedom.
As for what Engelbert is alleged to have said to Collier, if she actually suggested Caitlin Clark should be grateful for what she makes off the court, that's preposterous. Did you miss the Iowa years? Clark is the Tiger Woods tide that lifts all boats. And we know this show is proof. The highest rating we have ever had followed one of her games at Iowa. The WNBA has benefited from her presence more than the other way around, even though this year for Caitlin Clark was essentially lost to injury. But it's a league that's...
Then things worsened. Cathy cautioned Lexi and Sophie. Suspended, fined, prevented from playing outside, prevented from taking use of opportunities, restricted movement, and restricted exposure. The last explosion occurred when Cathy threatened Caitlin Clark. Fans banded together and voiced their displeasure. "We won't defend your league if you can't defend the stars." That was the origin of the boycott. Not out of hatred, but out of annoyance, treachery, and disdain. Sponsors started to get anxious. They observed deserted arenas. They witnessed fan indignation. They observed hostility directed at Cathy. They observed disgruntled players. In a private letter, 3 significant sponsors said, "We can't keep rooting for a league that is so poisonous. The brand is being harmed by the leadership. You are the reason why fans are boycotting." Adam Silver recognized the WNBA wasn't in trouble after reading those reports. It was gushing out, and Cathy Engelbert's choices were the source of the whole wound. Let's return to the arena. Adam Silver is positioned in front of the vacant chairs. "This is humiliating," he murmured, turning to face Cathy in a voice that only those close could hear. "You misled me. Everyone was duped by you. You mentioned that the league was expanding. You mentioned that the fans were present. Cathy, where are they?" Cathy tries to place the blame on supporters. She then places the blame on the players. She then places the blame on the media. Adam Silver interrupts her. You penalized our stars. The league's faces were benched by you. Storylines were modified by you. Your agenda was imposed. And as a result of you, sponsors are now departing. Adam isn't finished, but her face goes pale. It's finished. Pack your belongings. You've been let go. Whispers and shouting were heard by the players. Is Cathy gone? Was she actually fired by Adam? We issued a warning to the league. They never paid attention. She benched us like we were kids, not professionals, a player remarked. Yet another. She tried to silence every complaint we made. Caitlin Clark deserved protection, was the strongest statement. Rather, they exploited her. Word got out like wildfire. The whole arena was aware before to the conclusion of the fourth quarter. Cathy had had enough. The boycott was successful. There were more than 200,000 participants in the boycott. It was more than a fad. There was a movement. Fans demonstrated, "We walk out if you disrespect the stars." They left venues. They canceled their subscription. Pages were unfollowed. They no longer went to games. They declined to back a dishonest system. And it was successful. WNBA arenas were deserted. Games lacked vitality. Teams engaged in silent play. Coverage declined. Sponsors disappeared. This was no longer a league. This served as a caution. From dominating the league, controlling players, benching stars, obstructing golf opportunities, and manipulating publicity, Cathy quickly lost the players' trust. Losing the commissioner position, all of the major sponsors, the respect of the supporters, and everything else. She attempted to place the responsibility on misunderstandings. She attempted to place the blame on social media. She attempted to attribute it to pressure, but everyone was aware of the reality. Her plans backfired. She lost control, and the league was ruined by her choices. The league is currently perched on a precipice. Freedom, respect, safety, fair decisions, and outside opportunities are what players desire. Honest officiating, no agendas, equal treatment, stars to shine, transparency, and Adam Silver's check mark are what true marketing enthusiasts desire.
It is the fault of the WNBA because the LPGA just did everything that the WNBA should have been doing this season. They did it all correct in literally one day. So I talked about it in a previous video how this Pro-Am event originally wasn't even going to be televised, but there were so many fans who were emailing the organization saying, how can we watch Caitlin? Can we come to the event? Can you live stream it? All of these things. And it ended up being put on television. And that was great. Fans were really excited about that. There was so much buzz online. She was trending on Twitter.
After this catastrophe, the WNBA is done with Cathy, corruption, disrespect, and player silence. This calls for a complete reconstruction, new leadership, new procedures, and new culture. The start of a new chapter is imminent, and only because players, sponsors, and supporters at last united and declared, enough. The story is far from over. Adam Silver is not done. The players are not done. The fans are not done. And what follows will permanently alter the WNBA. Comment, like, and subscribe. Cathy is finished. Since this fire has only begun, you may want to see part 2.